No, that's not it.
This is everyone.
Well,
wait, what? Huh?
Are we live? You sure?
He said it 3 times.
Back at it a week later. Actually, 6 days later.
6 days later, it's a Thursday.
Yeah, feels a little funky about that.
Yeah, and Thursday night fish talk just sounds funny.
It's pretty terrible. Welcome to Friday Night Fish Talk.
On a Thursday.
Yep, pre-gaming it.
This is the pre-game show where we are going to answer any questions, comments, concerns,
BS away.
BS away, and tournaments coming up, or festivals.
Yeah, where'd everybody fish this week? Just didn't find a whole lot of people out there on the airboat, so it must be hiding.
The fishing's been good.
It has. Well, from what I've seen other people bringing in.
It's been really good.
It's awesome.
You know, all this cold weather and everything blasted
Pretty
through.
scary look.
What?
Is Gary's mic on? Can anybody hear him yet?
Mic on? Pretty sure it's not.
Apparently not.
No, it's on off. Now it's on.
There it is.
Is that better?
Everybody welcome Gary to the show.
Hi, I'm Gary.
I'm Jerry.
Jason said Gary's mic is off. Thank
Good
you,
call.
Jason. You're the man.
You are definitely right about that.
Yep. All right, let's get these questions rolling. Hey, Scott. Scott Bears. Hey, who was it that won the showdown? Vincent last night? Or not the showdown, but the third contestant for the showdown? Vincent. I believe it was Vincent.
Nice.
So, Rick, great to see you, sir.
Can't wait to see how that whole thing plays out beginning of December. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time.
Beginning of December.
Did I call it right? No. I think that's what I said, right?
December 2nd. We'll just call it December 2nd.
Yeah, beginning.
Hey, Willie. My man, Willie Parker. Keep on logging on, guys. Share away. Share. Lots of fun stuff tonight. Going to be talking about a really cool tournament. It's coming up
very soon.
2 days.
Yep.
Day and a half.
Yeah, I wish we could win that.
Yeah, and Billy's giving up all the secrets tonight because Louie asked him not to. So
yeah,
right, Louie.
There was 2 words he didn't want me to say.
Jessica, we'll see you tomorrow.
Something about catching creek fish.
You did ask him not to say the other one.
I will be going grouper fishing.
I don't know if a whole lot of people are going to be getting into creeks and.
Are you guys fishing the tournament?
No. If these fronts do play out, it may make for a tough time getting into those creeks, depending on the wind directions.
Huh?
Manhead.
Were you introducing them now? Isn't it a surprise? Did you get a wide angle for Manhead? Yeah, Ben saw the pre Brody hype show. All right, here we go. Introducing Manhead. There it is. Captain Carter Wade's on the casting couch with Captain Zac tonight. He's 12. I thought you were. Sean said, believe it or not, he's only 12.
16, 18, something like that.
All right,
at least look the same
13.
way.
Sean, does anybody have any questions? Let's get this pregame show over with because I'm really excited to get the show started.
Absolutely.
So we don't have a lot to talk about. Rick, is Louie going for the grouper win? Louie.
How much money you willing to spend to hit the middle grounds?
Let's put it on Louie. Let's have him answer this question. Sean, there we go. Louie.
I don't know, to be totally honest with you. It's really hard to compete with.
That's the spirit, Louie.
It's hard to compete with $1 million boats. It is what it is.
That's the spirit.
I mean, I've seen a lot of days where $1 million boats catch smaller fish than I do. So
that's it. So why not go after some grouper?
Hey, I caught the biggest one in shrimp landing today.
Well, that's something to be proud of. I mean, hell, do that in 2 days and bada bing, that's some money.
Were you the one that ran?
That's right.
Hey, what temperatures were you seeing out there, by the way?
I saw like 68 most of the day.
Cooling off pretty good, huh?
Yeah, if you came inshore, cooled off 66, 65. But I mean, if you got outside of 25 foot, the water got a little clearer, I guess. But I don't know. The fishing maybe just got good today, as far as inshore, but we're gonna see that change this weekend anyways. Yeah. So
Water is definitely a little dirty out there.
yeah, I don't understand why. It's like the ugliest water I think I've ever seen
For this long period
for
of
this
time.
long period of time. Yeah.
See waves of it, but
Yeah.
nothing consistent.
Yeah, no, it's not cool.
I've been running far out just to be able to see pretty water.
Trust me. I've been going down to Bayport almost every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, Sean, let's get started with the show. Unless there's any more cool questions. All right,
Just in
check.
case.
Check one more time. Nope. All right. No questions. All right, guys. We'll be right back.
Beyond the woods, down the twists and the turns, through the marsh lies the knowledge needed to fish the nature coast.
Dude, it came all the way out of the water.
This is Friday Night Fish Talk.
Welcome to
Friday night fish
on a
talk.
Thursday.
How about it?
So, super excited, guys. We are talking about tournament fishing. Now, we just did this recently, but tonight we're going to be specific to
The old King of the Bay.
King of the Bay tournament at Pete's Pier. So, we're real excited. Look at those prizes.
There's some money worth fighting for right there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the biggest earnings for a tournament in Citrus County, right?
Yeah.
Without getting into the Calcutta.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a straight payout. That's worth entering into. I mean, that's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, last year was a good turnout.
Yep.
This year it's already surpassed, but it's definitely going to be a challenging weekend to fish with the cold front moving through. So
Yeah, got one coming through tomorrow and another one on Saturday for the tournament itself. So it's really going to be a battle of the fishermen itself.
I've seen a lot of tournaments. You know, when you get a cold. Oh, hold on 1 second.
When you get a call.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
my fault.
I
I
mean,
should start muting my phone. Sorry,
Definitely
Greg.
did all that.
But it's Jimmy Stoltz from Sea Facility. Not going to miss this one. I'll be right back.
Well, yeah.
Jimmy.
fishing tournament.
What's going on, brother?
Just got left alone. How about it?
Oop.
If only I knew where he was leaving off with that.
Oh, we got a big announcement. Sean, do me a favor. Flip it over to the ho 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 for dough flyer. This is Jimmy Stoltz, owner of the seafood cellar. So Jimmy and Sue, they just announced that they want to add yet again
Holy smokes.
another $1,000 for the earnings.
My goodness, Jimmy. Thank you.
1,000. Jimmy, thank you so much, man. So love you too. Thank Miss Sue, dude. I got chills right now.
That is-
So Jimmy, hey, just official. You just made this the biggest payout for a kayak tournament in Citrus County, and we're going to verify on the Gulf Coast here shortly. So, love you, man. We'll
Thank you,
see ya.
sir.
Well, that's cool.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's beyond epic.
So he's already donated, a pile to the kids for this,
Yes,
and
he's making sure those kids are going to have an awesome Christmas coming up.
too cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. So $1,000. So where were we at? We were at 1,500 for first place, right?
I think it was.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, I think it was 2. It actually did get bumped up.
Two.
to
Yeah,
2.
that's right. 2,000
So now we're up to
first place.
3 grand for the first.
Well, let's break it up a little bit.
Okay.
So he just said $1,000
Just to the winnings.
to the winning. So let's make it 3,000 for first place. No, 2,500 for first place, right?
Okay.
Yeah, 2,500 for first place. Was it 500? So 750, and then
For second?
and then 500 for third.
Second place even gets a free charter with Captain G. Miller.
Captain G. Miller, yeah. And then first place, you get that sweet Red Bull trophy.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
this could be a sweet
I
tournament.
love tournaments.
Are you sure you're not going to get a kayak now, Zach?
I'm,
$2,500.
when's the tournament again?
January 4th or December 4th.
Let me look at my schedule real quick.
All right.
But you have to paddle.
You can't put it in your mud boat.
Yeah.
I see Louie scrolling on Craigslist right now looking for a kayak.
I got one. Don't you worry.
Oh, you got
I
one?
was wondering how big Billy's kayak had to be.
I don't.
I don't know how big Louie's kayak.
He said he's got a kayak. It just has 3 blades on the back.
That's right.
Pretty good. All right, so $2,500 for first place for the ho 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 fishing for dough.
I like it.
$750 for second,
place.
and then $500 for third, plus other winnings and stuff, and then the $1,000 special category, which I'm like shaking. I want to announce it so bad, but it's good.
You're better with secrets than me.
You've only seen this other category one time in history of all tournaments. One time. There's only been one other tournament with this category.
Can't wait to see you there. This was Scott Parrish. Hopefully, get yourself in there and win it.
Scott, you
He's the one that
created
started
this.
this whole
You
mess.
started this animal.
Yeah.
So, and thank you for that. But once again, thank you to all the sponsors. There you go, Rick.
Come on, Rick.
Let's get signed up, guys. Sign them up. We're only going to be doing 100 spots. So, and I could tell you just get signed up. All right.
Tell us, where can you leave from again?
So you can leave from the end of the road, end of Ozello Trail. You can leave from John Brown. You can leave from here.
That's
Yep.
cool. Okay.
3 launch sites in Ozello.
3 launch sites. Break them
Outside
all
of
up.
Somebody else's private. that
Pretty
we-
much if you're fishing Salt River, John Brown. If you're fishing Fish Creek or Head Creek or St. Martin's, here. And if you're fishing
Ozello North.
Ozello North, then go to the north side of Ozello.
Can you mother boat fish?
Oop.
Doesn't look like it.
Yep. Oh, Jimmy's back. Jimmy's back.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. All right, Jimmy, what do we got?
We're going to add another 1,000.
Oh,
God. Oh my God.
Sitting here watching.
Oh my God.
We're laughing. We challenge everybody. Come on. Everybody needs to get on board.
All
Love
right.
it.
So Jimmy, I've got you on speakerphone, so I'm sure everyone can hear. But Jimmy and Sue just added another $1,000.
I'm definitely buying a cup. I'm definitely buying
For sure.
Jeez.
Wow. And hey, so we just broke it up. So it's $2,500 for first place, Jimmy. $750 for second, $500 for third. So
Now you have another 1,000 to add.
okay, and do you have a preference where you want to add that? You want to just stack it on to first place and really make this thing competitive? $3,500 first place for a kayak tournament.
That's going to be all.
What
Wow.
day is that?
Holy smokes. That
Wow.
is awesome.
Jimmy, I think Louie, Zach, Carter, and everyone else here is literally on Facebook Marketplace looking for kayaks right now to buy to fish this.
December 2nd?
All right, you the man. Thank you guys so much. We love y'all.
Thank y'all. Love you.
Love you.
It is.
$3,500 first place for a kayak tournament.
That's nuts. Dad does.
That is,
You got it.
yeah, extremely unplanned. This whole thing has been semi-planned to explode.
Yeah, can you check the rules? Can I fish it? Do we put that in there? All right, perfect. I have too much fun at the tournament.
I know, just running the whole thing.
The Ashley Lux Band is performing.
It's going to be a good time.
So, all right, that's awesome. So Jimmy put the challenge out there.
Yeah, he definitely threw it out there for some competition.
Guys, trust me,
Some drive
so
out there.
far the children that we are organizing this whole thing for are being very well taken care of
Yes.
this Christmas. But there's plenty of kids, and if we have to go outside the county,
We'll find more kids.
we'll find more kids. I mean, we are doing applications and we're vetting, and but so don't be afraid to add on. But now this is getting more competitive.
Yeah, getting the
this is going to
competition
be
side of it
nuts.
along
So
with the donation
Jimmy,
side. It's pretty
Sue,
cool.
and everyone from the Seafood Cellar, thank you all so
Y'all are
much.
the best.
That's awesome. That's really cool. All right.
Back on track.
Whew, still chills. All right.
I just closed my Fair Harbor out for the.
All right. Zachary
are
just announced it.
looking
He's
charged.
fishing now. That's awesome. All right. King of the Bay. So, Billy, let me ask you something. You've been on the airboat
Oh, yes.
every day since you started working here.
Yeah.
But this last week, have you seen a change in trend? The reason why I'm asking is, right now we know where the fish are. So we would know where you and I would go target them.
Absolutely.
But Saturday's a cold front.
It's going to throw a curveball into the whole thing.
Yep, so-
And, absolutely.
So before, let's backdate a little bit. Was it last week we had the last cold front? let's
Yeah.
go back to that. What kind of trend did you see? As far as mullet and redfish, what was did they go in? Did they what?
From what I noticed, because even fishing our little tournament that we have with John, the mullet themselves, everything has pushed pretty far east, pushing inland. Like going out towards the reef, there's not much to be seen out there.
Yeah.
Playing in that clear water, not a whole lot to be seen. If you can find some darker, muddier waters, that's going to be where you're going to want to play. And that's where I ended up finding most of my mullet jumping and moving was going to be in those shallow, muddy bottoms.
Sweet.
So,
All right. I mean, that makes sense. I know, you guys can contest to this, but for the Veterans for the Cause tournament, it was a struggle.
It was.
It was a struggle. I mean, it seemed like those fish disappeared, but we obviously know they did not disappear. So you all have to start thinking.
I mean, all the mullet disappeared.
The mullet, yeah.
Once the
I
mullet
only
disappeared,
found one
everything else
really good
disappeared
amount
with
of
them.
mullet, and it was way back in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
I mean,
Random.
very,
That means they're on the move.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, there was no pattern to it whatsoever.
Yep. All right, so what else we got here? The plantation giveaway. All right, so this is the Hoedown Showdown, the Nature Coast Showdown. This is a really cool interactive
Gonna be
game
a good
show
time.
showdown
Ultimately what it is, yeah.
that we teamed up with our friends over at We Talon.
Yep.
So we are on that. They just announced the third contestant last night. We're going to be announcing number 4. All right. So to be eligible to win or to be the 4th contestant, you've got to share this live feed, right? And you got to go over to the Seafood Seller Facebook page and like their Facebook page.
Love it.
For what they've done, not just for this tournament, for everything.
Yeah.
Go over there, like it. And then also go through that tournament sponsor list that we've been putting out, and Bree's been doing all those sponsor posts.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
like their stuff. These are businesses that are supporting their communities. So
Yeah, great community folks that we have tied into all these tournaments and sponsorships.
Louie donated a 4-day grouper trip that
That is
and
nice of
he's
you.
going to put you up in the hotel of your choice. Just kidding, guys.
I think it was a
And you get to sleep in bed with Louie.
Oh, I likes to do that.
get that special dance.
Oh, Sean just said everyone's logging off right now. No, but seriously, Louie, thank you for he donated a mud boat fishing trip. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
man.
I
That's
challenge
awesome.
those two over there on the couch to do the same.
You got a challenge?
For what?
A donation of for a raffle item for the Ho 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 Fishing for Dough.
Mud boat trip.
Look, a mud boat fishing trip.
I'd rather donate it to another one of your things that's coming out.
Which one?
I don't know, like the Wheel of Fortune or
The Reel of Fortune.
the Reel of
You
Fortune.
want to do a Reel of Fortune one?
Yeah.
You want to do it tonight?
No.
No. Okay. Louie, thank you for the donation because that money
You are a
goes directly
bigger, better
to the
man
kids.
than they.
and
Oh,
presents.
the
So,
money goes directly.
directly to the kids and the
I'll
presents. Yeah.
donate one.
All right, there we go.
we go.
Captain Carter Wade.
Yeah,
just,
sure.
Zach,
Delicious.
3 mud boat fishing charters for raffles or
Oh, it's for
giveaways
raffle.
during the
Oh,
tournament.
heck yeah. No,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Guys,
Perfect.
thank you. Louie, thank you for that challenge.
You're welcome.
So, all right.
Do we confirm Zach? I'm just making sure.
Yes,
we got
Zach.
that.
Yes.
We're
Can
confirmed.
we play it back? Can we confirm Zach?
Yes.
Sean says yes. Okay. All right.
It's recorded.
Recorded. Arts and Craft, the Ozello Arts and Crafts Seafood Festival.
Yep.
So that is November 27th. That is 2021, Billy. And 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That is a real fun, kid-friendly, family-friendly
Yes.
festival.
Check out
And
what Old Florida has to offer and the good time that it is.
absolutely. And donations to benefit local charities and Ozello's Scholarship Fund.
And a
Sweet.
great raffle for a kayak for next year's Ho 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 Fishing for Dough tournament.
There it is. So cool. Lots of fun stuff going on.
That time of the year.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Billy. Before we go to commercial, let's go to one of my
wanna see what
one of my
people been
favorite
catching?
segments. Yeah, because I like seeing the
love it.
catches. So
Me too.
let's go to the Extreme Decalz Catch of the Week.
Ooh, caught a Ho Ho Ho.
Oh, the fly. Captain Carter Wade.
I I think we need more pegs on the pegboard for the amount of fish that guy brings in.
Need a whole
Rick
nother
with a
route.
nice trout.
That's a
Very
nice trout.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Captain
Ken.
Ken. Got a
He's
big
been
old
finding some
belly.
big ones.
A good one.
Captain
Very,
Louie.
very nice.
Got Saint on board.
How big was that one?
18.5.
18.5-pound grouper. That's a good one.
That's
That's
a nice
awesome.
grouper.
What's the length on that?
I don't know. We didn't measure it.
Captain G in there
Maybe
with
he did.
his
I think it's 35.
Yeah, Captain
with his second
Gene.
place.
Captain Gene got second place. That was a fun tournament.
That was a lot of fun.
That was cool.
Nailed that 22-inch red.
That Carter thought he had.
Close.
Couldn't touch this.
There it is, Billy. Yeah, Marina for the win. So,
Yeah.
dude, that was an awesome
Gary
tournament.
nailing first place.
That dude gets all the ladies these days.
Your days are coming.
Right there.
Oh my God,
Cannot hate that face. Look at that.
that is a little cutie pie there. I tell you what.
That's not me, by the way. Everybody.
Was it the Goonies, right?
Give us a smile. Give us a smile, Louie. Give us a smile.
Let's go to the
Give
next
us a
one
big
here. Come on.
Louis.
Off to the commercials we
I've
go.
lost 30 pounds. Let's go.
Hey Gary, what you doing?
Going through the book, looking at some dash panels.
As nice as that sounds, what if we went and did something a little more custom? Do you know anybody that might be able to make a switch panel like this?
Let's go talk to Brian.
I think Brian would be a good idea for that.
Oh, let's go.
It'd be sweet.
Oh, Brian. Hey, man. What's up, brother? Got a cardboard cutout. Can you make it into something for me?
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right. What?
This is our dash panel complete. Just wanted to throw a huge shout out to Brian up there at Extreme Decalz. Nailed it. This is exactly what I had envisioned when I drew literally a cardboard cutout for this to become a true dash piece and showpiece at the same time. Thank you very much, Brian. I'm super stoked to see this thing on the water.
Pointed at me. Hey guys, Captain Louie here with Tackle Table Talk presented by Bush Home Services. We just got another prize for the Ho 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 Fishing for Dough tournament. Johnny Page said that he is going to donate a pair of brand new Bahio sunglasses for the raffle as well. So now we've got what, 5 mud boat tournaments, sunglasses, charters, I mean everything. Going off of what we've been talking about already tonight, the tournament's coming up. You know, you have grouper, you have redfish, you have trout. The tournament consists of biggest grouper, and then 1 redfish and 2 trout, correct?
Yeah,
One-
only one trout over
19. So just a regular, you know, your legal thing. 2 trout, 1 over 19. Your goal is probably to catch a 22-inch, 21-inch trout, a perfect 18-inch trout, and that perfect 27-inch redfish.
That's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah.
Easy. Been done before. Me and Carter did it
Just
last
not by
year.
me.
We'd be
Got
back
second
in by
place.
9.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys got second last year, right?
We did get second. Yeah,
2
That's
ounces.
pretty good.
2
ounces,
ounces.
really?
And we didn't even know we were even going to come close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Had no idea.
I mean, our
Um,
redfish was right on 8 pounds.
What did we get, 7th last year?
Yeah, something like that.
Second sounds like cooler than that.
Second is way cooler than seventh because second's in the money.
That's it.
There is no 7th place.
Hey,
Well,
we felt good about Zach.
That doesn't
You
exist.
guys got 8th. Don't be
We
mad.
felt good about
No,
it.
it doesn't
mad.
exist. There's 1 through 3. After that, you're a loser.
Only way you can place is if you're in the money.
Second place is first loser.
If you ain't first, you're lying.
That's it. Well, no, if you're not first, you're second or third. But there's nothing after that.
I'm going to go get my trophy from the Veterans Tournament, right?
I don't know.
Hey, I don't have one because I didn't place. We're good.
Hey, I can bet you there'll be some posts on Sunday morning and say I got 22nd out of 200th boats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it
That's
last
still
year.
a good feeling.
Oh, great
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. You know,
It really is, no doubt. But back to what I was saying. Grouper, biggest grouper, redfish, 2 trout. It's going to be very hard to break your day up into grouper, trout, and redfish to do all 3. I would 100% suggest focusing on inshore or grouper fishing. Let's be totally honest here. Grouper fishing this time of year is absolutely amazing, but we all know where those great.
But I had a thought about that. It's going to be windy Saturday, right?
Great.
I mean, are these boats these boats still gonna? What do you think?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I think that this grouper side of things is more of a beat your chest kind of thing.
Yeah, it's $5,000 in gas just to get out there.
Exactly. No doubt, the best man's gonna win for sure. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do. If it's gonna blow, I'm gonna fish.
Just win both categories. Actually, you know what? I had a question for Tyler. We got Tyler from Pete's Pier.
Can you win both categories?
Yes, we were talking about that earlier. So Tyler, can you confirm?
Tuning in.
Can you place in both categories? So if you got your
Largest grouper.
if you got your 2 perfect trout sizes,
Can I have a
your
normal
big
day and
redfish,
win both tournaments? Both sides.
So can you get first place in the grouper category and the redfish trout category? So you could potentially win $15,000.
Potentially win $15,000.
All right, Tyler just confirmed you can potentially win $15,000 if you place first in both categories. So you can place both.
And then if you win ho first place, that's $18,000.
Now that's the other cool thing too. With the ho one, by the way, you can get that special surprise category. Plus, I forget, what are we at? Like $44,000 for first place now or something? Yeah. But what did it end up being? $3,500?
$3,500.
Yeah.
$3,500. Plus, you could get the $1,000 category. So $4,500 for that.
Should try to make it a goal to our viewers to get to 5,000. I think.
Yeah. Who else wants to ante up there? So, but let's get back to just think about that. Let's try to get this 5,000. God, Gene Miller.
There it is.
He's going to give away 2 solo charters.
One for
the
second
raffle.
place, and then also doing a raffle. That is awesome.
That's so awesome. Merry Christmas, Gene.
Even
Thank
if you
sir.
don't have a kayak, you should probably show up for the raffle.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And the band.
And the
Yeah.
band.
Ashley
Got a lot
Lutz.
of fun stuff happening.
And you might get to hang out with me, Zach, and Carter.
That'd be pretty sweet. I'm going to show up for that.
I'm going to take my winnings and bounce.
I believe that.
Maybe you don't want to hang out with Zach.
I'm just kidding.
All right, let's get back to it, Louie.
So as far as the grouper side of things goes, like Gary said, it's probably going to be rough, probably windy. I would, if you can get out there, a good ways, 10, 15 miles, that's where I would go. That's where a lot of those fish are going to be. It's going to get a little colder. They're going to move out a little bit. Live bait's your friend. A lot of people have been catching them on trolling lures. And a lot of times, we love to catch them on live bait, but trolling lures right now have really caught bigger fish than the live bait has. I've had times where this week where I've, bait fished a spot for 30 minutes and then got a little bored. So I made a big circle, came back around with 2 plugs, and both of those fish were bigger than anything I caught with bait. Whether or not the area that I was in was already fired up from me being there, whether the plugs just were what they wanted, I don't know. But if you can get any kind of clearer water, that's where you want to be. I would use like a pink plug, a big orange plug. Like I said, I like to change between the 2 as far as a natural color to a bright color. And of course, live pin fish, big weight, long leader on the bottom. It's grouper fishing simple, don't make it hard.
Yep.
I tell everybody that every day. And don't miss it. I tell everybody that every day too.
Yep.
As far as the trout and redfish go, tackle-wise, we did a segment on this, maybe 6 months ago?
Somewhere in there, yes.
As far, yeah. No, I mean, as far as tackle preparation for a tournament.
Yeah.
And I told you probably 10 times to simplify everything. Don't make this hard. and it's going to be a little bit cooler. So you're going to want to use more bait than you would use artificials. Some people would tell you, they love to throw a topwater. I wouldn't say that this tournament is a day where you want to throw a topwater. Get as many bites as you can. Throw some bait, throw a mud minnow, throw some live shrimp. If you are finding that you're not getting a lot of bites, break your leader down. Take your leader from 25, take it to 20, take it to 15, maybe even take it to 10. I wouldn't use 10 for the redfish, but 10 pound for the trout. Maybe you'll get that one that has been looking at leader for the past 3 years to finally eat.
Yeah.
This can be a big, this is an amazing time to trout and redfish. I haven't done it in, I don't know, since May.
Since grouper season started.
You don't have to leave the same spot.
Exactly.
Yep.
A lot of
especially
fish
this
are in
time
the
of year.
same area. We have what kind of tide do we have? We have a high tide at like 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
It's pushing right towards the middle of the day.
Yeah, right towards the middle of the day. It's going to be blown out for sure. It's not going to be that beautiful big tide everyone likes to see.
Like we saw this morning.
Holy
Exactly.
smokes.
That was
Huge.
a big tide, yeah.
It was amazing. It's not going to be that big tide that everyone likes to see, but it's going to be good enough for the smaller boats to be able to get back into those creeks, which is exactly where those redfish have been. I mean, I've literally heard everyone talking about the redfish bite being amazing back in the creeks. That's where your bigger fish is going to be. Your bigger fish in Crystal River is a fish that has never left the creeks. And that's where the fish are now, so that's where you want to be.
Big, deep gold red.
I mean, every fish that me and Carter and Zach have ever caught that have won tournaments are big, older fish, fat fish that have been living in those creeks probably their entire life.
The residents.
Yes, they're big fish. Target that hard bottom with, a shrimp on a jig head. Make it simple for yourself. These fish are going to be feeding probably pretty well. They're not going to get extremely shut down on Saturday. I don't think it's going to drop too much. These fish are feeding today. They're feeding tomorrow. They're going to feed the next day. This tournament probably couldn't have set up in a better day. If you know what you're doing, you're probably going to catch 30 keeper redfish and 50 keeper trout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be an absolutely amazing day. Same thing with your trout. Shrimp, jig head. Throw it in some deep holes, drag that thing across the bottom. Don't be afraid to, take the jig head off of there and just put a hook on there. If you're going to redfish, a lot of times I use the same rig for shrimp. I use the same rig for mud minnows. I use the same rig for cut bait. Just a long leader, long 10, 20 pound leader. You rig your shrimp with that head forward. Some people like to rig it the other way. I like the head forward so it's got that weight going towards where you're casting, and it looks a little better coming through the water. Let these things sit a little bit longer just because it's going to be a little bit colder, like I said. Don't move from spot to spot to spot instantly. A lot of times those fish will roll all over that bait, and then finally they'll pick it up. We've seen so many days where there'd be schools of fish, especially right there at the start of a cold front, where they'll swim all over your bait, and then all of a sudden, all of them will start to eat. As far as what
Real
is
quick,
it?
Rick's got a
Captain's
question.
favorite way to rig a mud minnow for fall inshore.
Use your thumb for a
Yeah.
demonstration.
So
Just throw it and hook through it.
I had one all rigged up too. I think I took it apart.
That kind of looks like a mud minnow.
Yeah.
Pretty darn close.
So as for here we go. For just your regular old J hook, I like to hook them right back here, just above the anal fin or the butthole, or whatever you want to call it.
What do they call it? Dorsal? No.
No, the
it's
dorsal
an
would be
anal
up
fin.
here.
Anal
It's an
fin, really?
anal
Oh,
fin.
wow.
Yeah. See, I went to college.
I went to college.
Well, I just want that's Bree's nickname for me, so I don't know why.
Anal.
Makes so much sense now.
But that's how I like to rig them in the fall. It keeps that, that fish kind of wiggling up, going kind of crazy. Some people will hook them in the head, just right up through the bottom, right out through the top. Nothing crazy there, Rick. See if I can get it right. There you go. Just like that.
You hook your
And
flips.
if it's a little bit deeper, I like to use a jig head. And a lot of the fish that I catch in my mud boat in the wintertime, in the fall, are on a jig head with a mud minnow. Just like that. Might look stupid, but guess what? It works.
That's what I did during the Battle of the Captains tournament.
Yep.
Worked quite well.
Yep.
Just do it just like that. Very, very simple. As far as, trout fishing is going to be one of those where you're going to want to move a lot. You're going to find fish that are absolutely everywhere. You're going to find fish that are 15 inches, 16 inches, 17 inches. You're going to want to move away from those fish. You're going to want to catch one, and then you're going to want to keep moving. That big, 22, 23, 24-inch trout, a lot of times he's not going to be where those 15 or 16 inchers are. He's going to be where there's, a smaller amount of trout, but where those bigger ones are going to be. You're going to know very quickly if you're in an area where those big trout are going to be. But I like to use, to cover a lot of ground, a DOA jerkbait, 5.5 glow. You can use, a couple different colors, but you don't want to mix it up too much. 3-aught, 4-aught J-hook, 15 to 20 pound, long 4-foot leader. Working that thing kind of slow. This time of year, you kind of want to jerk it and then let it hit the bottom, jerk it, let it hit the bottom. A lot of times they're going to bite that thing on the fall or when it's sitting on the ground. A lot of times I can find that you cannot work this thing slow enough. Correct?
Oh,
You
you're
guys feel
exactly
that
right.
same way?
Yeah.
I love working jerk baits as slow as I can and getting that single little on your line. You've been dealing with pinfish all day long, and you finally get that one right bite, and that's what you want.
That's a little heavier.
But if I can leave you with anything, simplify everything. Go to places where you've caught fish before. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing if I fish inshore. I'm going to go exactly where I've caught fish before, which means Carter can't go to where I've caught my fish before. And we're going to have a great time.
You find
show me
Carter
that
in
spot. We're
fishing
hitting
spots
that thing.
too?
Oh, for sure. He lives them. Loves them. Even if I name
mud
them,
boats sitting on one hole.
I'll be in there first.
Eco Outfitters. Look at that. And I just ordered me one of these. Got it coming on the mud boat.
Just started carrying those too.
We did just start carrying these too.
It's pretty slick cooler.
So Louie, you've got 4 things on this table you haven't touched yet, right? You haven't talked about yet that are pretty vital to this tournament. Really, any day of fishing, any tournament fishing, especially.
Dang, I thought Louie did a great job tonight.
He did awesome.
Pretty harsh on
But
the dog today.
what's number one?
Is this number
Yeah,
one?
that is number one.
Just making sure. Number one is having a good measuring stick.
Bump board.
Bump board. Bumping meaning being able to bump that fish's nose up to this plate here. You see it? You see it?
Yeah, 'cause there's nothing more embarrassing than
Yeah.
that weighmaster leaning over. Hey, your fish is a quarter inch too long because you have a shade.
Keep in mind in how they measure those fish. Where do they start? Do they start at 24 and then go up when your fish is right there? Do we know? There's like a certain way that they, like if you talk to Lisa measures the fish from, if your fish is right there at 27, she starts at 24 and works her way up to a certain. No one's heard this.
They've got a pinching device that they.
It slides over
And
top
that's
of
going
the
to be
tail.
the same thing. There's a actual stick that is like inverted and that you can buy to have on your boat. This one's going to work just fine. I seem to forget it every time I have a tournament.
Yep. Put the nose against it and see where she lies.
Exactly. You almost want that fish to be a little bit under 27, just so that when you get to the dock and you put that thing on there, that you're not embarrassed by 400 people standing there looking at you when you just brought in an illegal fish. The next most important thing is Bahio sunglasses. Something that I wear every day. And what's attached to them?
Yeah, there you go. He got it. So you don't lose your Bahio
What's
sunglasses.
attached to them? Be sure not to leave them on the ground because your dogs or cats will chew on them. And the fourth thing is Florida Marine Tracks. No Sean over here.
Yeah. So I've got it. I got it zoomed in on an area that I highly doubt really anyone knows exactly where this is at. I'm going to zoom out just so they can see.
That's a really good spot.
But I can't tell you. All sales pitches to the side. I really stand and live by Florida Marine Tracks.
For sure.
Any satellite imagery is great, obviously, but when it's on your GPS and you are seeing how close you are, how casting distance, especially how dirty the water is right now, you can blind cast to these potholes. And in my opinion, the most successful angler with big trout and big redfish this Saturday is somebody that's going to have their baits in the water more times than they're switching out baits, number one. Number two, more times they're on the trolling motor or push pole than they're on their motor. I mean, you're going to have to work hard for this tournament. So you're going to want to be working areas like this where you're going from pothole to pothole. You're looking for pushes in the water. Because you know how frustrating it is when you get up and go, you're like, I need to get to the next spot, and then all of a sudden you run over a fish. Just stay, what am I trying to say here? I've lost my train of thought here, but take it slow, take it easy, work as much ground possible, and cast.
No one knew where he was going with it.
No. Patient. Stay patient as possible. Yeah. Be very patient for this tournament.
For sure. So my dad, who, we all know he's such an avid fisherman.
Yeah.
If I don't go, I'm letting him take my mud boat, which is very scary, by the way. Yeah. Yeah.
At least he'll fix it.
Kayakers, watch out.
I'm going to laugh when he gets first place, though.
Oh, me too. Because I'm going to go and put little marks on every place where he needs to go.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the only way that he'll actually be able to get to them. I mean, for somebody who, doesn't have a lot of time out there, this will cut off 3 years of looking around.
Now, I have do I have the tracks turned off? No, never mind. By the way, the new Florida Marine Track update, they have bridge clearances, heights at mean high tide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so no more us going out the tape measure to the Bear or Black Creek Bridge, but now Billy.
Yeah.
So, but they did a lot of updates. Started doing this red highlight.
Look at that.
Yeah, and they.
I've hit that a couple times.
Oh yeah, and they've taken away, like, how this thing's just overwhelming when you have the names on before it could be. They've made it smaller when you zoom in. See that further you go in.
Yeah, it doesn't stay blown out.
That's true. Yeah,
so
I've noticed
that's
that.
Nice.
But I think this and your Bajíos are the most important tool, or
Just
a
zoom
good pair
out
of
on that thing a little bit.
glasses.
Look how much area you have to fish for this tournament.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Isn't that incredible?
Yep.
I
agree.
My
one
gosh.
of the coolest fisheries to be able to play in.
Yep.
How far can you go?
Oh, that's a good question. Can you stay? Do you have to stay in county limits for this one?
For the King of the Bay,
Yeah.
there's no west limit. Like you can go as far out west as you want.
Yeah, but as far as north
So
and
you
south.
can end up in the Yucatan Peninsula.
Cedar Key.
You'll hit Texas first.
Cedar Key's the north boundary.
Yeah, and then I think Hernando is the south, but you'd have to check the website. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. PeteSpear.com. PeteSpear.com.
Yep.
Full.
I signed up, so I'll be totally honest with you. This is the easiest tournament to sign up for.
Yeah.
Every tournament I've ever been to, you got to walk down there and sign some piece of paper that some dude's handing you. This one, you go online, type in your name, email, give the man $150 online. Boom, you're in. They send you an email the next day.
Super easy. There's nothing worse when you have to go to a bait shop just to fill out a registration. And
Exactly. And then you got to buy something. This saves you a little bit of money.
All right, cool. Louie, awesome job, man.
Thank you.
Perfect. So, all right. What do we got next, Billy? Where are we at?
Yeah,
here?
it sounds like we're going to
Commercial break.
take a commercial break on this one.
All right. Commercial break. When we come back, we're talking to the. Would he be considered the prince since he got second place last year? The queen. It's Tugalicious.
Queen of the Bay.
Oh, lady head.
All right, we'll be back.
When you want pre-owned trucks, you need Phillips Buick GMC. Trucks, and more trucks. Phillips Buick GMC has a massive selection of pre-owned trucks, all makes and models. Work trucks, 4x4 trucks, heavy duty, and even diesels. And if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. At Phillips, we'll even pay cash for your truck. Get an instant cash offer at PhillipsBuickGMC.com today. Shop the best selection in Central Florida at Phillips Buick GMC in Fruitland Park, just south of the Villages.
Young viewers on here. You can't do that. There are? I don't know. Guys, Captain Zac, Captain Tug with the Ayinde Matthews State Farm casting couch. We're going to go over basically what we're going to prep for the tournament, kind of what we do the night prior, all the way to what we've been doing weeks and weeks prior. You know, I know me and you are really busy and we're not able to really go out there and you know, scout on our own a lot. We're more scouting with clients, but you know.
Please, y'all been scouting all week.
Well, yeah, I have on the boat quite a bit.
Yeah.
But my clients are like, "Why are we here?" Like, oh, we're just kind of looking around. But
Tough past few days.
it has been.
Same thing.
It has been for sure.
We've had a couple tough days.
Yep.
Same here. Today was real tough. So, kind of curious to see how it's going to play out. But I mean, we have this weather change going on, so.
Well, we've had weather changes back to back to back. You know, so I mean, you finally get a bead on where these fish are, and you've got like 2 phenomenal days of busting these fish up, and then you've got some crazy weather pattern comes through, and then you're done, and then you're back to square one looking for these fish again. So I mean, even for guides fishing this tournament, it potentially could be kind of difficult, just because we haven't been on them consecutively the entire time. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and here the past few days we haven't had a lot of low water. So
Oh, exactly.
that plays into a lot of how we fish.
Yeah. We like that really, really low water.
Yes.
100%. So when you're prepping for a tournament day before, I drink a pile of Jim Beam. I just throw a bunch of random stuff in my tackle box, and I kind of hope for the best. What do you do?
I'm pretty much the same way.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't really
alright.
prep too much. I'll rig a couple rods, but
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, all joking aside, I do the same thing. You're gonna kind of go through. I'll look at a map and say, okay, you know, and then I look at my tide chart and I say, you know what, and everything changes once you get to Coon Gap out there. You have no idea. At least that's where we're leaving from, you know. And so you're like, okay, well, if the water's what I'm thinking it's me, I'm gonna hit, kind of do a big loop, this, all the way back around. So you're not, you know, going here and then going all the way over there and then backtracking to get to this spot. You want to try to get everything in a nice, easy, smooth line of what you're going to do. And then if you pull up to a spot and somebody's on your spot, you already need to have a plan B or a plan C for those spots. You pull up there and say, oh man, Louie sitting on my spot, that SOB, you know? And they say, okay, well, let's go to plan B. And then you go to plan B and, oh man, Carter, he's on my spot. And then you go to plan C, you know, and Panda's over there sitting on the spot, you know? So you definitely need to have, you know, alternate things, because I know it can get kind of frustrating. You go to a spot and you're like, oh my gosh, this is where I was going to catch my winning redfish. There's somebody there.
You got to have
plan
A through Z.
Yes, you don't need to let that, you know, mess your morale or anything like that. Just keep chugging along. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And then for tackle guys, I'm going to kind of go over what I'm going to use. Carter's going to do his thing. I'm going to be primarily fishing, you know, live shrimp, mud minnows, pinfish, and then my go-to baits that everybody absolutely knows, you know. We won 3rd place in the sodium tournament a year or 2 ago with a white fluke, you know, with a almost a 24-inch trout. So I mean, those artificial still will catch big fish, but like Louie said, work them slow and drop your leaders down really, really light. I think I had a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on there to hook up on that big fish.
I stick between 10 and 15
Yep, exactly.
for those bigger fish.
Yep, 100%. Now for your redfish, what are you going to go to?
Probably, I mean, mainly just mud minnows.
Yeah.
For my bigger fish, that's what's been working out best for me. Shrimp's been working. We catch a lot of those smaller fish, so
Exactly.
trying to weed out some of the smaller ones.
So when you've been scouting or on your fishing trips for the past few weeks, where have you found most of your bigger fish? Not areas, but just like, you know, out further on those outside islands. you know,
I mean-
kind of tucked way back in those mangroves.
I've been way back in the creeks, but here the past few days, it seems like there's not a lot of fish back there right this second. I mean, they've pushed out a little bit. I mean, the fish that I caught today were a little bit farther out than they normally have been. So I had to work for it.
I'm absolutely torn because I caught multiple upper slot redfish in the creeks for the past 2 days. And then I went out to the coast on my skiff today and caught multiple upper size redfish out on the coast. And it was completely random. You'd sit there and catch a 19, okay, here's a 17, boom, 26 and a half. Cast back over there, 19, 23. It wasn't like, you know, normally when you get on a nice school fish, like Louie was talking about earlier with the trout, you know, if you guys are catching 16, 17-inch trout and you keep catching 16, 17-inch trout, 99% of the time they're schooling together.
Yeah.
And so you're going to want to look for those bigger fish. And same thing with the redfish, you know?
Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed here recently, there hasn't been a lot of mullet. So, I mean, how I've been finding my fish in the creeks, if you see a couple mullet jumping.
Exactly.
Stop.
100%. Yep. Now, fish in the holes, what are you using? You're using your mud minnows free lined or on a jig head?
Jig head.
All right. And then when you're going out to the coast, what do you?
I typically always free line mud minnows.
Free line
mud minnows and a jig head and a shrimp.
Nice.
It's the main two things.
All right. I don't know. That's pretty much got it covered for the doc. For the, I mean, for tournament prep and what we're doing before and during and everything like that. I mean, we can go over a fish report for the week.
Yeah.
You've been on an awesome sheephead bite.
Yeah, the sheephead fishing's been really good.
So right now they're in pre-spawn, right?
Yep.
So they're all staging up inside, basically on any holes, rock.
I mean, mainly, how to find them, real shallow holes with lots of kelp grass in them, and big ledges. If you find a big hole with a ledge in it, there'll be a pile of sheephead on it every time.
And then what kind of tackle are you using to catch those guys?
I just use a 1/4 ounce jig head.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice. And then they're going to be, what time do they typically leave, you know, the creeks and the holes and stuff like that and head out to the foul area to start their spawn?
Once you get the really cold fronts, once you get the second or third one in, they normally start to push out.
So that'll probably be sometime in December, I would say, something like that.
Normally mid-December, they start to leave.
And then we've been picking up some pompano.
Yeah.
I lost a big one on the side of the boat 2 days ago. I know G landed a handful of them. The go-to for me with those pompano guys is going to be either it's a pompano jig, also called a wobble jig. It's basically just a painted piece of lead that's flat, and it just kind of works like this through the water column. You don't even need anything on it. I mean, you could tip it with shrimp, but for the most part, you just pull that thing along slow, and they're going to pick those up. And then I'll actually take my this is crazy, but I'll take my jigs and I'll put them in a vise and squish. Yeah.
Good idea.
I'll squish the gap in between the shank and the barb down where it's narrower because their mouths are small. And man, dude, my hookup ratio goes through the roof with that.
Makes total sense.
I mean, because dude, that little pompano mouth's trying to wrap its way around a Jim's jig or one of those fat boy jigs, you know. And I mean, it's just you watch him and he's just tearing it apart, and he can't get his mouth around. You flatten that thing out in a vise, or if you can go to Bass Pro or something like that and get those like stout crappie jigs.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be the stout ones. They can't be like, you know, the teeny thin wire. But those work really, really well, and your hookup goes up a lot with that.
Nice.
Black drum. We've been catching a bunch of black drum.
Yeah, those are mixed in with all the sheephead.
Yep.
Catching quite a few of those.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you catching those in the back creek, or are you working your way out for those?
In the creeks.
Nice.
Yep,
Very
that's
nice.
been good. All right, guys. Well, that is Captain Zac and Captain Carter Wade here on the casting couch. Ayinde Matthews casting couch. Ayinde Matthews State Farm casting couch.
I was gonna say, for the folks that do see us here all the time, Carter, what are the two nicknames that our customers may hear us yell out to you?
So first one is Tug, T-U-G, and Captain Manhead.
Who dubbed you Captain Manhead?
Captain Zac. There's a new one going around as of today.
So you're telling me that Zach just got a tug job on the casting couch.
There we go. There we go. That's what I was saying. We've got young viewers out here. We didn't want to didn't want to put all that out there, but hey, you know, whatever. It is the casting couch with Ayinde's Matthews State
Anything
Farm.
could happen.
And over to Gareth Marshware. Phillips, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram. Bush Home Services.
I was waiting for
Our
that.
people love us. Make
Oh, it's
sure.
great.
All right, so
Here's Louie.
awesome. So for those on a real note, Sparks hit me in the face there. All right, there we go. On a real note, Captain Carter
Yeah.
Wade, you know, he's a incredible
Seriously.
angler. Yeah. So make
A
sure
good
you
fisherman.
take that information that you know, both Zach and Tug. Like,
More tug, but yeah.
yeah. No, Louie, no offense. Inshore, you know, inland, two of the best anglers right there. You know, grouper, obviously, that goes to the grouper guru himself, hands down.
It's like I just said. I fished with Carter in a million tournaments. He's the one who usually catches.
Does that look pretty?
Just like drop that.
That's it. But so take that information. You know, good luck to everybody in the tournament.
Absolutely.
So,
he's going to become the new king of the bay to take old Jeremiah Carlucci's crown from him.
We'll see.
I don't know. Jay might make it.
I was going to say, or will Jay hold it?
I hope Jay.
I did too.
I mean, at that point, do you even let him in the tournament for the third year?
All right. So what are we doing? What do we got? Oh, the trivia question. Who the winner of this is going to become the 4th angler, and let's add a prize to this too.
Uh-oh.
Screw it.
Is that giving away my boat trip?
Can we zoom in over here, Sean? Yeah. All right. So, ooh, that's a kind of cool effect.
It's doing the wave. That's what that is.
All right. So the
Take
winner
one off
of
there
the,
and put your hand behind it so everybody can see what it looks like.
Or drop them.
the winner of the Reel of Fortune, the Extreme Decalz Reel of Fortune. Which wait until you guys see the new reel that Brian over there, Extreme Decalz, is gonna be making.
Really?
I remember the talk
yeah.
about it, but I didn't. Uh-oh.
Wait
it's
till you see it.
happening.
Yep.
That's exciting.
There we go, Louie. Thank
So
you. Now I
the
can see. I
winner's
can
gonna
read
be,
it now.
I couldn't see it before.
The 4th contestant in
Much more
the
better.
Nature Coast Showdown. All right, sponsored by Plantation and Bahio Sunglasses, giving away a pair of sunglasses for that as well. And you're going to get one of these sweet cables, which I love my cables to death. I don't know how I haven't heard of these before. I know everyone I start bragging to them about, they're like, yeah, they've been out forever. Dude, one of my biggest pet peeves.
Is what it is.
Forever, but they have not had this stretchy one.
And the short one, too, right?
The short one, but they didn't. I don't think they might have had the shorter one.
The stretch is fairly new
The
to the
stretchy one
situation.
is new. I had cables for a long time. I've got a pair that's.
But it was actually a wire cable.
It was a wire cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the name came.
But I mean, when we met that dude, he literally was like, "This is the new thing." You know, he had.
Yeah.
He
But
long
I've
hair.
never, if you
Likes
go
the
back,
shorts.
look at any of my photos, videos, or anything, you'll
Oh, yeah.
never see me wearing a pair of the lanyard things just
Yeah.
because I don't like them hanging down, right? Because they get caught on trolling motor, they get caught on everything.
I just drive airboats, so I don't mind them hanging.
But the other thing is, I didn't wear them, the ones that aren't, or that were long enough to go over my fat head, because I wear my glasses up here a lot.
Yeah.
So I love these things. Anyway, all right, 4th contestant for the Nature Coast Showdown.
Oh, yes.
All right. And then the Nature Coast Showdown, the Plantation Ultimate Giveaway.
That is going to be epic.
2-night stay. Shasta McNasty Fishing Charter.
Mm-hmm.
The dinner at West 82 Bar and Grill. And Sunset Cruise. Pair of Bahio sunglasses.
There's just such a list of the winnings of that. It's hard to keep up with them.
And it's going to be a fun contest, too.
Absolutely.
But let's go ahead and ask the question. All right, now you guys are going to have to think hard about this question. We've talked about it tonight. It's been on flyers everywhere.
Do you think you should explain what a Shasta McNasty fishing trip entails? Like, is it a fishing trip? Like,
It's fishing with Tug.
On the casting couch? Could you imagine? We should do that one
I mean,
day.
it's an inshore fishing charter.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
okay.
assume it's an
Inshore
with-
fishing
with
charter.
Eric,
Okay.
inshore fishing charter for 2, half day.
Okay, gotcha.
Inshore fishing charter for 2, half day.
Because there might just be a little confusion in there.
Shasty McNasty, Eric Hastings,
Hasty.
Hasty. Yeah,
I didn't mess it up. You did.
yeah, I know. Too many bush lights. All right.
Sorry, Eric.
Oh, you're right. I'm. What was it? Last week or the week before?
Which one?
That you couldn't.
Yeah, it was week before. I
Yeah.
couldn't keep up with anything.
Well, yeah, you had a whole bottle of champagne.
No, that was just.
Sorry,
it was 2 weeks ago that I was messed
completely
up.
messed up your train of thought. Go back to where you were.
Yeah,
Harry.
there-
All right. Let's ask the question. All right. Oh, my zipper's down? No, it's not. I thought it was because I did. All right. For real, guys. You ready? You
Hold
want to
on.
ask the question?
I
I'll ask it.
think you should.
All right. All right. Again, think hard before you just start answering away. No
I'm
more
still trying to
tagging. We're not doing the tagging thing. We're getting hate mail and everything else.
And rightfully should. That's
It's
like
an
one of
at
the hardest
symbol.
things. Yeah.
At symbol. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. No tagging.
One of the hardest things.
That'd be a good question.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be a good question. All right. But here's the question.
Just happened.
For the king, Zach's got a good trivia question for next week. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. All right. For the tournament, the Kings Bay tournament,
Yep.
or King of the Bay,
of the Bay,
King
yep.
of the Bay, from Pete's Pier Marina. How many fish total can you weigh in at weigh-in?
Yeah. I mean, that was spoke quite a few times this evening.
And it's on PetesPier.com. It's on flyers. It's on that cool banner out there on
Yep.
our fence. Thanks to Tyler.
How many fish grand total can be weighed in for the boat?
For the boat, yeah. For the boat. I think it's a pretty easy answer
It is if you're paying attention.
if you're paying attention.
Otherwise, it's pretty easy to find.
All right, let's see how fast these 14 possible contestants is going to get filled in.
Excited.
We're going to go to a commercial break.
See.
All righty, those were our friends over at Bush Home Services. And again, truthfully, we did switch over to them to all of our pest services.
Oh yeah, they were actually just here today.
Yeah. Awesome customer service. The product works perfect. We get a little dizzy, you know, once that
Oh yeah, the fumigation. starts?
Fumigation.
Oh, yeah, that's best.
and we're having them do a fence for us around the marina, a new fence. So
Can't wait
really
for
excited.
that.
All right, real easy question. How many fish total per boat can be weighed in at the King of the Bay fishing tournament at Pete's Pier?
Is it 11?
17. I can tell you this, it's not 3, because I'm sure there's a lot. Is there a lot of people answering 3? A lot of people answering 3. It's not 3. The answer is not 3. But while you guys are trying to figure that one out,
In case you all are fishing it,
or wondering,
or yeah,
we are
more on the launch sites.
one of the. Who's up high right now?
A little bit, little
Who
more,
is it?
little more.
Oh,
There you go. Perfect.
Right here? Right here? Wait, what if we tilt it down for the light?
There you go.
All right, slide it over towards Billy.
I can't see anything.
Who's wearing the blue shirt? Me or you?
You.
Okay.
Gosh.
So we're the king. We are the official Ozello checkout point. So if you plan on fishing Ozello for, my arm's getting tired.
Yeah.
If you plan on fishing Ozello for this awesome tournament, one more person.
All right, we're up to 13.
All right. If you plan on fishing Ozello for the King of the Bay fishing tournament, King of the Bay. Yeah, King of the Bay.
King
right?
of the Bay.
Why do I keep getting that one?
I don't know. It's not Queen of the Bay. It's not
All right.
That's King.
You can check out of Ozello Keys. Hey, what is the time that people can leave, by the way? 7? 6?
Woohoo!
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Good at safe life.
All right. 6 a.m. So last year we did it. It was a smooth operation.
The folks that are fishing at 6 a.m. should be at your fishing spot in about 10 minutes leaving out of here.
And then if I'm not wrong, Tyler, if let's say they're fishing out of the end of the road in Ozello, let's say there's 3 people to a team. 2 of them can be at the boat in the water, right? 1 of them can come here and check out. Captain. The captain has to check out. For those of you that are trailering and you want to check out before you launch, we have a really good organized system that was proven from last year. You can show up as early as 5 a.m. Sean, we're opening for the tournament. He looked excited. So you can show up as early as 5 a.m. You can get all your bait and do everything you need to do. What? And then you can also launch straight from here. So as soon as you get checked out at 6 a.m., then you can boogie on.
Look
All right.
what is ready for Captain Carter Wade to come spin.
Oh.
Hey, Tug, you want to come give us a tug?
Oh my God.
Don't take it too hard.
Oh boy. All right.
Turn it a little bit so we can. There you go.
Try not to blow it with your tug, right?
All right. Ready?
Y'all are rude.
There was a method to this last year though, wasn't it? Or last episode?
Yeah, spin it from the other
Yeah,
side.
you gotta go to the other side.
Oh, yep. There was that.
All right.
It spins a lot faster.
Get you some.
I know we're ready.
Come on, take a look. Man had it.
What was that?
That was terrible.
That
Dude,
was
you
worse
barely
than
even
all
the others.
spun
Pretty
it.
cute.
Hit it again before it stops.
That was pretty bad.
Oh, we
Ben
have
Murphy.
I didn't want to break it.
Ben Murphy, contestant number 4.
Just says him. How do you know it's him?
I'm assuming that. Can we get a confirmation on that?
I just thought of that there. That guy won it.
Oh, did you hear that? Can we put that comment up?
That's his catchphrase. You didn't know that?
There we go. How about that?
Tug is the drug.
Tug is the drug. All right, Ben Murphy. He was last. So just a little historical fact here. Ben Murphy was last year's first place winner in the Ho Ho Ho, the first ever Ho 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 Fish for Dough.
I feel like he won something else not too long ago. Maybe not.
He bought a spear gun from
Ben.
Fish Stick Spear Guns.
Also, almost 300 a few days ago.
Yep,
Won a tournament.
that's it. So, cool. Congratulations, Ben Murphy. All right, that's a good contest. Now, can we confirm that Ben's going to be there on December 2nd for the Nature Coast Showdown? Because we have to have 8 contestants. How we're doing
Yeah, I
this?
can't show up at 7. Sounds good for winning cables, but we will spin again.
For a,
All right, so Ben says sick.
Yep, that looks like confirmation.
Yep.
Way to be, Ben.
All right, there we go. That's the Ben Murphy confirmation there. I love it. Ben, congratulations. Thank you guys for watching Friday Night Fish Talk. And ladies, anything else? Tug, do you have anything to say?
Think I'm good.
Yeah? You're going to give it a tug this weekend?
Of course.
All right.
Tug is the
All right.
drug, am I right?
The tug, that's right. That's right. Nice shirt, by the way. All right. Thanks for watching Friday Night Fish Talk. Good luck if you're fishing this weekend. And
Fish on.
Fish on. We'll see you all whenever. Yeah. Whenever you come and get shrimp.
In 8 days.
Plenty of shrimp, plenty of mud minnows, plenty of mullet. What's your bait of choice?